So how did you start? I mean, how did you start up, and why did you choose the accordion out of all instruments?
Well, my dad had one laying around, and he thought he could play, but really he couldn't.
You talk.
Don't.
Wow, I think that video goes back to, he was like, what, 5 years old then? Oh, 5 or 6 years old, parece?
You started at 7 years old, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I started playing the accordion at 7 years old.
Oh my goodness. Y ahora tienes aquí?
Now I have my own group. I've had my own group for about 6 years now.
How awesome is that? You have undergone some interesting transformations in your life. First of all, you got your brother.
Yes, I have my two brothers now.
Your two brothers.
The last time I was here, I had just brought my brother Tristan Ramos into the band. And now that we are here today, I just brought my brother Mason, who is 11 years old, playing bass.
I love the way you recruit.
¿Verdad que sí? Y luego los otros como si fueran familia también.
On the drums right here behind me is Jadiel Garcia, all the way from Midland, Texas. And right here on the congas and segunda voz is Ruben Ortiz from Gonzales, Texas.
Welcome. We're so honored to have you here this morning. The youngest, Tristan Ramos, the youngest male artist to win at the Tejano Music Award, and the youngest to have performed at Vegas Tejano Music Week as well, among so many things. And at the bright age of 7, he knew that he wanted to be in this business, and you never thought that you were too young to start or do anything, and I appreciate you embracing our culture and embracing our music as well as everybody else at such a young age. That means so much to us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What motivates you, Kristen?
Man, you know, my parents did. My parents motivated me a lot. You know, they would always tell me, like, no matter what you do, you need to have something set for you, have a goal. So that's what I did always since I was little. And so I told my parents, you know what, I want to be a musician. And so I went through a lot of stuff, like people were like, he's too young, this and that. And, I was like, I'm going to show people that I'm not too young, that I can do this, that kids can do this, strive for more, do everything you can do because you're not promised tomorrow.
But let me mention this, Barbie, that Tristan said something that is an example for a lot of other young men and young women out there who still, they like Tejano. They just don't know how to get into it and how to be motivated. And the motivation that you had was your determination to do something different. Ahora, la pregunta que ella tiene es algo muy importante.
No, yes, because I know that being a musician, it comes with a lot of trials and tribulations, just like you mentioned, and it's not easy. But you at such a young age have gone through so much more. I want you to share with us a story, because he had brain surgery.
Yes, he did.
I want you to share that. So it's so important for our community to hear it from you. Look at you. You're doing amazing. And I want them to hear that story so they can be motivated.
Back in 2019, I think I had just came here, and I was only a couple of months out of surgery. I had a brain surgery, which causes the fluid in your brain that flows around. Mine wasn't flowing because of my brain tumor was blocking it and everything, and my head was about to burst. Well, unfortunately, they had to do immediate brain surgery, and I had my first brain surgery. Unfortunately, the device that I have in my head only lasts 5 years, so I will be in brain surgery every 5 years. I am on my 3rd brain surgery already, but thank God I am still here, and I'm thankful for my parents that he has given me, and my brothers, and everything that he has put out there for me. But thank God that I am still here. I had just went through my last brain surgery, my 3rd brain surgery, a year ago, barely. And it's very scary because they tell you, you may not remember anything anymore when you come back because we don't know what we're hitting. You may, be. I was blind the first time, actually. The first time they told me, they were like, he may never be able to see again. And my mom didn't tell me. That's one thing my mom didn't tell me. She didn't tell me what they had told me, and I could just feel my mom hugging me, and I was crying with her. And I just told her, let's just pray, Mom. Let's just pray. And so we kept praying, and 2 days later, I got my vision back.
There you go.
And that's the brain surgeons were like, that's a miracle because, you should have been blind for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Let's talk about your faith and that part that plays a big part in your life, faith, because I see everyone here paying tribute to what you believe in. Tell us about that.
Well, actually, we're a very close family, and so we always get together. And I actually met Ruben and Jadiel at church. They were playing at church, and that's how I met them. And I was telling them, like, y'all want to come and play for the group? Let's do it. We're all from small towns. Let's do this. And so they committed to it, and now they're my full-time band members.
Wow.
What
That's
a blessing.
inspiration. Now, the connection between you and Eliseo Robles. ¿Cómo pasó esto?
Well, me and Eliseo Robles, we went a while back, and his schedule was really tight, and so was mine. And so we were, trying to record these songs quickly. And finally, we got to. He called me like in the middle of the night. He's like, my gig got canceled. Would you like to record these songs this weekend? Thank God for my parents. They are always by my side. They're like, let's go. Let's get in the car. We'll go right now. And so they drove us all the way to McAllen, Texas, to record these songs with Eliseo Robles. And so you can check that song out. It was a great opportunity to be playing with somebody like Mr. Eliseo Robles, because that's an idol of mine right there.
He's an
Absolutely. La
icon,
gente que no sabe
definitely.
quién es Eliseo Robles, platícales who he is.
Mr. Eliseo Robles, he played for Ramon Ayala. He wrote a lot of music for him as well, like Que Me Lleven Cantando, Mi Tesoro, all those musics, Tragos Amargos.
Sí, él era la voz de
De
Ramón
Ramon
Ayala.
Ayala. He was the voice of Ramon Ayala, la voz de oro.
So what are the songs that you recorded with him?
Well, I recorded Mujer Paseada, which is downloadable on all digital
Yes, that's a
platforms
good
right
one.
now. So make sure you go check it out. It is a great song. Once we sat down, because I had showed up and I just knew all of his music. He was like, "Well, let's record something." And he sat down and started thinking of what we should record, and he landed on that song. And I was really happy because I've listened to this music my whole life.
And let me tell you, that song is on the national countdown, Tejano Global Countdown, on the list and moving up the charts. So congratulations to you. And we want to congratulate you because I hear you just celebrated a birthday.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
And we've got a
Happy
producer
belated
here.
birthday
Right
to
here.
you.
All
Happy
of-
belated birthday.
Is that 91?
to you.
I'm looking at it backwards. Is that 91?
19.
It's 19 years
19.
old. Congratulations.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
and
Thank y'all
happy
so much for
birthday.
this. Thank
We
you.
are so proud of you, and we hope you continue to inspire others younger than you que se promuevan la música tejana, sea de conjunto, sea de orquesta, sea de grupero, as long as they're Tejanos and they love the music. And even if they're not from Texas and they love Tejano music, and we're talking to everybody out there in California, Arizona, Tucson, Phoenix, Nebraska, all these other places where Tejano music is loved and appreciated. If you want to play Tejano, you don't have to be Tejano. Just believe in Tejano music, ¿verdad? Just like Tristan did.
That's right.
We
and
appreciate it.
continue our cultura and continue to keep our música alive, right?
Absolutely.
So where can we find everything about Tristan Ramos? Like where you're going to be, what you have upcoming? Are you on every social media? That you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
think
We
of?
are on all social media. You can check us out at Tristan Ramos. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, pretty much anything you can think of. We're on there. So make sure you go follow us on all social media platforms. Our upcoming gigs, we have Abilene, October 4th, if I'm not mistaken. I also post those on my social media, so you can stay tuned with us. Make sure you go check out my latest single, Mujer Paseada, with Eliseo Robles. And we'd like to give you all a big thank you for having us out here.
Thank you.
Of
Always a
course.
pleasure.
You're welcome anytime.
Tristan, thank you so much.
you.
Más música. We'll be right back with more Domingo Live after this.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for always supporting me. And because without y'all, I wouldn't be here. Because without my fans, I would be nothing. And go buy my CD.
Very good.
Tristan Ramos right here on Domingo Live. Check him out right now.